No, it's just me.
Nobody prints anymore.
5 minutes ago. I'm writing doors, so don't worry about it.
We don't print.
Just send
Haven't
them
printed in
the
years.
voice memo.
Frustrating game. Dealt with again. We're taking too many penalties. There were spurts that I really liked the way we were playing. Saw some of our identity. Frustrating the way they scored the game-winning goal with a second left in the period is unacceptable. We were missing a couple kids with flu tonight, and then we lost Lepster, and it was an uneven game to coach just because of the lines were had to just juggle lines all night long. But I don't think we're that far off from being a good team. We can't seem to put together 60 minutes, and a lot of it right now is penalties. But I see things. You know, we got to keep pushing forward. It's unfortunate we don't play again now for a while, but it's a tough one tonight. We needed that one tonight.
You mentioned losing Webster and also Mercury in that second period. I'm just curious how you thought the guys fought through those losses overall as the game went on.
I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. We lost the game. Didn't play hard enough. Didn't play disciplined enough. Had some chances, but we gave up a lot of chances too. So there's another 2-1 game, and we got to find ways to get on the right side of them.
Taylor obviously just continues to provide offense for you guys. Are you encouraged with the way that he's really progressed, especially these last 2 weeks or 2 or 3
Oh
weeks?
Yeah, huge steps, huge gains for him. Huge. He's a completely different player than he was last year. And that's great to see. He's been outstanding. I think he's got 6 goals now. Probably leads us in goals. He's become the dominant player that I thought he could be.
You guys went 65% on face-offs, even in a loss. Is it important to be able to lean on those still?
Yeah, I think Nodler was really good. I don't know what his final number was. I don't have my glasses to look, but he was really strong tonight. I don't know who else was good, but yeah, that was an area I thought we were extremely good tonight.
Nodler was like 72, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious also, the freshmen and sophomores on this team are just so much talent from top to bottom in that group. I'm curious how you've liked the way the youth has been this year. It's a terrible way to pose that question.
Yeah, they're freshmen, and it's tough. The thing about Merrimack, I think they have like 5 or 6 grad. They're an old team. It helps to be an older team, and we got our young guys. They're good, but they're young. They've got a long way to go. And consistency in all of them. We see really good signs, and that's great. But it's got to be harder. It's got to be longer. It's got to be more consistent. And it's just natural. It's a natural progression. Just it helps to have mature, old, physical teams. And that's where we're at.
You guys had 6 penalties tonight, and even though both the Merrimack goals came in even strength, was that sort of a momentum killer, especially considering most of them happened in the second period, including the 5-minute major?
Yeah. Felt like we never got to. I liked our first period. I think we had 17 shots on net. Mm-hmm. It felt like, and we were getting in on the forecheck and moving the puck. We were playing with speed. I didn't think our D were very good, breaking pucks out in the first or the whole game. But I really liked a lot of parts of the first period, and then it just felt like the whole second period we just killed penalties and lost bodies, and which makes it tough in the third period to you only needed 1 goal to tie the game, but we haven't scored a lot of goals lately. We haven't given up a lot. We haven't scored a lot. So, yeah, the penalties are a big issue the last 2 games.
What do you hope out of the guys that they can accomplish, or what can they accomplish between now and when you guys play over that break? Like, what are you trying
I don't want to answer that. No comment.
Would you think that near the end of the game, when you guys couldn't eventually finish on those opportunities, was that more so bad luck or not being able to finish, or about their stellar goaltending playing as well?
Oh, he's played well. I think his numbers are really good. But to me, it's all karma. You get what you deserve, and we played the game the right way. We'd find a way to tie it. Not good enough.
Anything more? Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good Christmas. Obviously, it's tough to fight through losing Mercury and Reed in that game. I'm curious what you as a leader sort of say to the guys in that moment to try and keep their foot on the gas and keep going through that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us tonight was our discipline. Obviously, I think we had like 25 penalty minutes, so I think the focus for us was staying out of the box and trying to build momentum. I think when we were playing 5-on-5, we were playing well, but just kept shooting ourselves in the foot and getting more penalties, so that was the biggest thing.
How does that affect you guys to have to be in so much the penalty kill? Like, does that wear on a team to have to do that for so much?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing is just it takes so much momentum out of us just having to kill 2 minutes every time, and they're spending so much time in our zone. They're getting so many chances, and then we get out of the box, we start rolling again, and then we take another penalty. It takes so much wind out of our sails, so we really need to focus on staying out of the box.
And what was the thought process going into the locker room after the second period? Obviously, a goal with 1 second left. What was the message to kind of make sure it wasn't a complete backbreaker?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we lost our man at the end of the period. That can't happen, but I think the biggest thing for us was just getting back to getting pucks low to high, getting pucks to the net, and getting bodies to the net. When we were doing that, we were successful. Obviously, we were shorthanded for a while. We had a lot of guys out, and a lot of guys were playing extra minutes, but when we were doing that, we were playing well. So I think that's a focus going forward. Obviously, we've had some trouble scoring goals, so that'll be definitely something that we key in on.
You went 67% on face-offs. Is it important for you to be that guy and kind of start off plays by winning them?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big part of my game that I focus on is my face-offs. I mean, I'm not a flashy guy, so just being a guy that can win face-offs, win puck battles, and chip bodies when I can, I think that's a big part of my game. So when that's going, that's good for me.
Is it encouraging at least to see how good the penalty go's been over the last 2 games? Obviously, it's been unfortunate to take that many penalties, but to see you guys be able to kill those off so successfully.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've definitely focused in on our kill. There was a stretch there where we weren't doing too hot, so that's been something that we've worked on in practice a lot, and just working on our rotations, working on staying in our structure, and it's been good to see. And obviously, when we do get kills, I mean, we can build momentum that way, but don't want to have to be killing that many penalties to start with.
Was that the case with the 5-minute major as well? Obviously, kill penalties before and after, but killing a 5-minute major is, like a pretty substantial one. So was that kind of the how it was going, where you guys were gaining some momentum off that?
Yeah, obviously the 5-minute kill was huge for us, and it generated a lot of momentum. But I mean, I think we took a penalty like a minute after that. So like I said, when we get out of the box and then we just take another penalty, it's kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, and so that's something that we need to get away from.
Carter said there's a lot that he liked in this game, and there's a lot that he liked about his team. How do you guys, I guess, lean more on the things that you do well and limit more of the things that have kind of, like you said, shot you in the foot?
Yeah, that's sort of been the discussion for us for a while now. I mean, obviously it's evident we've played some top teams. We've had a very hard schedule, and we've played them close. But at some point, saying that our team has potential, it's no longer a compliment. We got to start making some changes and starting to put our foot on the gas, because we're losing games and we're losing points, especially in the standings. So things have got to change.
Do you think this break coming up is a good opportunity to do that, get a couple weeks away from this, or what do you make of this break, I guess, in general?
It'll be nice just to get a little break. It's always nice to go home, see your family. I think the biggest thing for us, though, is making sure we're sticking together, building our connections. That's something that we've talked about a lot. We want to keep getting closer, and that'll help us as a team, we feel. But I think a week off, go see our family, be nice, and then get ready to go back to work and go off to Milwaukee.
Anything more? Thank you.